Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Now, real quick, if you are new to these videos, what do I mean when I say live? Well, what I mean here is that this is not a situation where everything's already been recorded and now I'm coming back and doing a recap or some sort of post commentary or voiceover. Nothing like that. I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw reactions, raw emotions, you're going to get that with the video. If you want a nicely edited, nicely scripted, well put together video, you won't find that here. But if you just want a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will find that here with the video. Right now, I'm going to be watching, or I think I'm going to be watching Tesla out of the opening gates. Again, I say think because I don't know, something can change given this is live and there's still 5 minutes before the market opens. So maybe something else pops about and pulls my attention away from Tesla, but going to be watching this one right now. Pretty bearish headed into the open. It is a gap up, but things have been kind of bleeding all pre-market long. So, we'll see if that continues on or not. But as right now, that's what I'll be watching, and we'll see what happens with it. But I'm going to go ahead and pause. All right, well, my attention has now been pulled away. Market opens up here in a little over a minute, but RIOT looking very interesting, and $53, that interesting area for a flush point, meaning wanting to see the price go down. And for those of you that are new out there, you can make money when prices go down. That is known as shorting a stock, going short. And again, in those situations, you want to see the price go down. And if that happens, you make money. Now, if the price goes up, you actually lose money. But that is what is known as going short is. And then this also, for those of you that are maybe not familiar, I do offer a private community at claytrader.com, and this is just part of it. So watching Tesla, $695. Flush point, mention that. Riot, $53 flush point. So we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, market opens up here in less than 1 minute. But yeah, as of right now, looking like Riot is probably going to be the more, yep. Because Tesla still could be interesting if it drops back down to that 706.50 mark. But Riot and that 53 mark, I think I'll go with that. But I'm going to keep a close eye on Tesla too. So I'll go ahead and pause. All right, the markets are now open. Curious to see what Riot wants to do here. Not a whole lot, actually. So let's go back over to Tesla. It's getting down to that 706 area, which I'd like to see it bounce from there. Good. Very interested at 706. Makes sense why it bounced there, both from the pre-market standpoint and from that moving average standpoint. And back up it goes. So now Tesla not really in play. Riot not in play. So okay, well, both of those that I talked about, neither of them are really in play right now. But yeah, still 706. If that can come back into play, that could be very interesting. Maybe even 712. That's really a question of, do I think the price wants to come back down and well, too late now. Too late now as it turn around too quickly on me. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause, and if I find another setup, because the first two that I was looking at really have not played out, although Riot now is just going very impressively. And let's try to throw out some shares short at 57.50. That may be a bit optimistic on my end. FSR, what's going on with this one here? Tesla booming now, and Riot going the opposite direction. Whoops, CCIV. Big drop on this one. 33.75 is actually a pretty significant level, but I can't take that now. That's way too overextended right now. Well, this is becoming very disappointing because please bounce. Just nope. Yeah, I just can't take that. That's way too overextended. And 33, and yeah, there's probably some frustration in my voice because that was truly a great setup. In fact, talked about it in my live webinar that I did last night. But yeah, you just can't take it on that sort of candle. All right, well, now it's bouncing back upward, so this is good. Let's see if it wants to bounce back up and then come back down to 33.75. But I can't take it on this candle here. But if this candle wants to stay green and then come back down, we can definitely, that starts to look much better. But like I said, this candle has got to stay above it. Nope, and it goes down below it. Frustrating. Well, let's see it get back above 34. There we go. So it's definitely trying to consolidate out here a little bit, which is good. Would like to see it bounce up a little bit more. And if we get up there to 33, or excuse me, 34, 30-ish area, that would be great. And then come back down. Good, good. I like 33.85 now, actually. If it can come back down. 1 minute. So we got 33.85 mapped out as the flush point there. Let's see what it wants to do. Let me double check something. Oh yeah, yep. I like 33.85 very much. But maybe this is the actual start of a much bigger bounce. If that's the case, so be it. Right now it is looking like a bigger bounce. So, all right, well, I started off the morning with a couple of very nice setups. Didn't quite work out. And this is exactly why I didn't take that trade. I mean, way too overextended. And had I chased it, yeah, it very well could be a losing trade depending on how I want to play it. But yeah, I'd be in some pain regardless. I'd either be sitting through some pain right now or I'd already experienced some pain because, yeah, look at this thing bouncing back upwards. That's why, I wanted to just come down there a little bit slower than what it did. So it didn't quite work out. 34.65 is actually an interesting area. Yep. 34.65. I'm going to get that updated here, actually, in the room. Update. 34.65. Oh, this thing just keeps on moving. But Tesla, and even right here at that 712. 712 down to 708. Again, that just seems so overextended to the downside. I don't like that. I'm not getting, nothing's really quite cooperating. Okay. 53, what is that? 50-ish? That could definitely be pretty interesting there. And there goes Tesla. But just so overextended. You just can't take that. As much as I want to chase, none of these movements are behaving like I want to see them behave. They're all overextended. So yeah, a frustrating to start. No doubt. No doubt a very frustrating area. And this is not easy right now because, looking at these things, I could be still making money had I chased on Tesla. But that's not, there we go. Look at that. Right back into that area here. So 708-ish. Does Tesla want to come back down through 708? And again, it's just this overextended nature has me very hesitant. And maybe it'll work out. Maybe this thing will just keep on falling. And 706 is going to be up. And now it got down But that's just too hard of a move. You can't just short that. And it's way too overextended. Very, very unfortunate. But okay, well, a morning of identifying great setups, but then not having the setups actually follow through with the way you want to see them behave. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's just how things go. And really, CCIV is just going to be potentially my best chance here, 35.15. I mean, this one is really not moving that much. Well, Tesla again. Yeah, just look at that move. You just can't take that. All right, well, I'm getting frustrated, so I need to actually now be very careful that I don't let this frustration turn into me going and forcing a trade. So it's okay to be frustrated as a trader. It's okay to get emotional, but you need to just be sure that you're actually aware of the emotion. And right now, I am getting emotional. I'm getting frustrated, and I need to make sure that I don't go, rush into something that doesn't make sense. And there we go. Look at this bounce now here on Tesla. That's why you just can't. Yeah, you got to be very, very careful. All right, I am going to go ahead and pause. And once again, I'm interested in this 705-ish, 704 area, but look at this big red candle stretching all the way down here. It's just, all right, there we go. Now taking a little breath here. So 705, you've never come down there. 705, 704. Yeah, I'd like to see this bounce up one more time and then come back down. It just feels a little too sketchy right now, especially given the case Tesla is still technically has gapped up. Yeah, 706, interesting here now, especially if it's pulling back after that little bounce up that we just witnessed. What does it want to do here? In at 706.31. Looking for this thing to get moving here, gone through 705. There we go. And all out there for $422. The patience paid off. I was in that trade for all of 15 seconds. If you're not familiar how my screen works. Got in at 9:42.13, out at 9:42.28. So 15 seconds, $422. Overall, it is now 9:42 a.m. So 12 minutes making $420. Let's just call it $400. The market is crazy. And that is why I wanted it to be a scalp. Although that 704, it's just, I like that little movement right there, which is why I took it. But I just still don't feel that comfortable with it to have held on for longer. But 704, that looks so intriguing. In fact, somebody's already alerted it. Right there. Somebody read my mind. And there it's going there, but yeah. I'm not complaining, like I said, just, and you can probably hear it. I got frustration. I got a little, things just aren't quite behaving. But hey, I'm more than happy with $400 in for 15 seconds and $400 for 12 minutes of work. And really, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Just because I'm not emotionally right. And I just don't, there's something off. And what's off is the frustration that you experience during the first basically 10 minutes of the video where things were looking great and then they didn't behave. And then it's just throwing me off. And now Tesla, yeah, it is behaving, but that just kind of illustrates the exact point here that I'm making is I should probably maybe still be holding some, but I decided to make it a scalping trade. And now I'm feeling a little bit frustrated because I should still be holding. I should be up, even more on it. So I'm not quite I've been thrown off, and in a bizarre kind of way. I suppose I'm glad that this all happened. I decided to make a video because you're seeing, kind of the psychological aspects of trading here, where your mind can just get thrown off and you can still make money, but I got to be very careful because I still feel like something's off, and I don't want to give away that $400 because then I know, and this is from personal experience, the step after giving the $400 back is, oh my, I got to get that back. I was just up $400, and then all of a sudden I'm looking at a big problem account-wise. And here, you see what I mean? Look at this. Just now it bounces back up. So yeah, I got to be done, but I'll take it. I mean, let's keep things in perspective. I'm emotionally off. I'm not quite feeling right. And again, it all started off, and I didn't start that way. I started off very confident. I mean, Tesla, Riot, both of them were looking fantastic. And then, as you saw, it just didn't quite behave. CCIV was actually a very good example of why you don't want to chase, because that thing bounced way back. So, I mean, but that's the other thing, is it's amazing how my human mind is like forgetting about CCIV, where I did the right thing in that, in that spot. But had I chased in Tesla and Riot, yeah, I would have actually made some money. But the voice in my head are conveniently pushing aside the fact that, yeah, but you would have gotten beat up pretty bad on CCIV. So, and then here, look at Tesla go back up. So that's just what I mean. It just, these things aren't as necessarily smooth as what I would normally like to see them. And that's just, and I'm stalling here. I'm blabbering right now, but I'm trying to, and there's a battle in my mind because I don't want to be done. I know I need to be done. So now I'm just blabbing to you to wait for something else to give myself an excuse, but I need to be done. I get, if this is like your first ever video, I promise I'm only half of a psychopath. I get it. I sound like a psychopath right now, but before you judge, all I would ask is please at least trade with some of your real money first, and then come back, and you'll understand that we traders, especially as day traders, we have all kinds of voices in our head. And I'm just battling those voices right now, and you're just witnessing that. But I really get it. And all I can do is laugh and say, I understand that if you've never traded with real money, and this is one of the first trading videos or one of the videos you've watched of mine, I probably sound like a nutcase. But anyways, I've blabbed on long enough, and welcome to the, like I said, this is live. This is raw. Welcome to the raw look inside of the psychology that goes into it, because I know I need to quit. I am going to quit, but I also don't want to quit. And that's why I keep blabbing on and on, waiting for, maybe something to happen. But that's all I have. Real quick before I do go, though, if you do enjoy these videos, then they're not the easiest to make because they truly are live. So I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to talk to you. I have to think about my own trade plans. I have to actually execute those trade plans. I have to think about what I'm seeing and make alerts in the chat room, and I have to type those alerts. So there's just a lot going on, and it's totally possible. Been doing these for years, but I always want to be aware of my time. Meaning I want to make sure that this hassle is actually worth my time. So if you do enjoy these videos, if you do find them helpful, entertaining, then 2 quick things that I would like for you to do. Hit that like button, leave a comment. It can be a thumbs up emoji, can be the diamond hands emoji, but thumbs up, and then hitting the like button, and then leaving any sort of comment goes a long way in saying, hey Clay, I enjoy these videos. And as long as I know that people are enjoying them and getting value out of them, I will continue to make them. So like I said, just do those couple things, and that'll communicate to me that this is something that I should still continue to do. But yes, I'm going to wrap things up. I need to be done. I am going to be done. I'm going to go hang out with my kids and just get myself away from the computer for a little bit because, yeah, today was a bizarre day, but I'll take it. $420 for a 15-second trade. Overall, before I started blabbing, I was done in like 12 minutes or something like that. But thanks for hanging out. And yeah, it's okay to be emotional. I'll end on this. It's okay to be emotional as traders, but the key is, are you aware that you're being emotional? And then second, what is your solution to being emotional? And in this situation, I need to just be done. I need to walk away. So no shame in being emotional, but just make sure you recognize it. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.